And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. Beautiful Saturday here at Laurel Park. We had a big day yesterday. Handle strong here at Laurel Park yesterday to kick off the four-day race weekend. Live racing today, tomorrow, and Monday. Remember, live racing Monday for the rest of the year now here at Laurel Park. And, well, how about the Grand Motion Show yesterday? We had three maiden special weight races, all very tough races with some nice horses in there, and Grand Motion won all three.
He did. It was the Grand Motion day yesterday at Laurel. And you don't see him too often down here, if I'm not mistaken. He's busy. He's got horses all over the place.
Yeah, he was here
I
yesterday.
saw him. I said, wait a second. And after the first win, I said,
yeah.
okay, he might mean business. And then gets two other wins and got a miracle bob with that higher price Grand Motion, the Acosta horse that we had on the show yesterday, like a $19 winner. But, a little lady luck on the side with that nose bob at the wire. But, yeah, he meant business, and it looks like he means business in the opener with this horse we'll talk about shortly.
Sharini, and Jockey Jevion Toledo, he had a 3-win day yesterday, right? So to Toledo, he's riding very well this fall. He's your leading rider here in a very tough jockey colony. So Toledo with a big day yesterday. We're going to have a big day today. How about the pick six carryover? Let's show you what we have for you today. A little shy of 10,000 there in that 20-cent rainbow pick six. That's going to be well played today here. We'll have a bunch of fans out here watching our live racing. You have the 9 Claiming Crown races at Gulfstream. You have a couple nice stakes up at Aqueduct with some Maryland runners up there. So I think we're going to have a big crowd out here today, strong handle. And the pick six starts in race 4 today on the 9-race program. I like the 4th race. I have a pick six ticket. I know you like the middle pick 4 that starts in race 4.
I do, and I like that. But looking at the pick six, it was tough yesterday. We talked about it. That was a really, really tough sequence. I think it's a little bit easier this afternoon, so jump right in. Yeah, I think you had a much better shot today of hitting it.
I couldn't find a single. I went 3 races too deep on my pick six. Couldn't find a single.
Right, but not as – I don't think you've got a spread like you had to spread yesterday in some of those races.
All right, well, let's show you the track conditions and the weather today. No more turf for the rest of the year. A bunch of big fields for you on the dirt, and we'll have a perfect fast track for you this afternoon. 49 and sunny, fast track. First race post time is 12:30. Special up in Tycoons and Tips today, the Swordfish Siciliana. Ooh. Sounds pretty good. All right, let's get right to it here in the opener. Race 1, no super high five here in race 1. We'll have a carryover for you in the second race when that super high five starts. But race 1 kicks off your early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with the industry low 12% takeouts. A mandatory payout here on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. And what a race this is. One of our features of the day here in the opener to kick off this early pick 5. A nice first level allowance contest going a mile and a 16th on the main track. Filly and Mares 3 and up, and you're right, the 4 Sharini is going to be the heavy favorite. I was just on Sirius Radio with Bill Finley and Dave Johnson. Bill Finley doesn't see how this filly can lose. She's the class of the race, a well-bred 4-year-old daughter of Bernardini out of an unbridled mare. She fired a big 82 buyer when she broke her maiden against maiden special weight going 9 furlongs at Saratoga last year when she was 3. She tried Allowance Company once on the turf last year. Now she's coming off a long layoff. What about a 15-month layoff here for this filly, but the work tab looks very good like all the motion runners do coming off a layoff. You see 5 nice 5-furlong workouts here on the tab, a 6-furlong workout, so it looks like she's ready. Fergal Lynch will ride. Fergal Lynch in motion. They're 25% positive ROI here at Laurel Park. I try to go against her with the filly that's been running recently. That's the one, No Picnic.
Yeah, No Picnic looks steady, kind of a grinder when you really kind of break it down. First time 2 turns this season. She's probably the main threat, I think, to Sharini. I think Clairvoyant will go to the front and try to dictate the pace for trainer Mary Epler, off a little freshening since August. Looking at these early races, I'm almost embarrassed. I got a lot of chalk. And that's not like me. Sharini.
Bill Finley thinks Sharini is the best bet in the whole country.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got her at even money. Let's see what she's bet down to. Obviously, we're way early right now. Let's see if she ends up at about that even money morning line that I have her.
If she's ready to go, she crushes them.
Well, looks like the blinkers made a huge difference.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, though. I mean, her buyers jumped up dramatically. Her turf form was a little bit better. You look at the maiden score. she ran faster than a other than starter boys up there. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. But here's the negative, the downfall of that. It was a 5-horse field. I think 3 of the other horses still have yet to break their maiden.
Right.
And the 5th-place finisher did it for like a maiden 30. That's your negative knock on Sharina. The key is there's not a lot of speed. Clairvoyant goes. I don't think she's going to have to be used hard to keep pace with that one. And she'll just have to hold off probably No Picnic late.
Hopefully Pimentel can get a nice ground-saving trip here on the one No Picnic and not be too far behind. A good third at this level. Last out back in early October, the horse that was second that race, Perennial, would come back to win. No Picnic's been working well up there at Fairhill as well. You see 6 nice works up there since her last race up there at Fairhill, so she's well prepared. She gets Julian Pimentel. That's Sean Better's go-to rider. She's 5 for 7 here at Laurel Park with a win, couple seconds, couple thirds. So she's fit. She's dead fit. She'll get a nice trip here on the outside. If Shirini's a little touch, she needs a race a little bit.
Right.
I think the one No Picnic is the best shot to beat her here.
She's going to have to be probably at least 95% of her old self,
right,
to kind of get it done. And you couldn't find a whole lot on this angle for motion. 1 for 6 and 5 for 6 in the money. Turf to dirt with this kind of a layoff, plus 180 days. ROI, though, positive at $3.50.
What a nice race this is. Yeah, nice first-level allowance contest with a heavy favorite coming off a long layoff for the Red Hot. Grand Motion there in the opener. So I think the early pick 5 is going to get hammered there in race 1. Let's take a look here at the second race. We'll kick off the Rolling Super High 5 here in race 2. That has a low 15% takeout at Super High 5. We have a nice carryover. Let's show it to you if we have it. $1,228 today in the Rolling Super High 5. We're going to have it every race with 7 or more horses. So if they don't hit it here in the second race, a very playable 7-horse field here in the second. But if they don't hit it here, it'll carry over to the next race with 7 or more. It looks like we have an 8-horse field for the third race. So, we'll have every race today except for the opener has 7 or more horses. So keep your eye on that Super High 5. Could get a big carryover throughout the day. Race 2 also kicks off the early pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track, claiming $15,000 for straight 2-year-olds. We have a stat here for trainer Anthony Pecoraro. I'm going with his 2-year-old on top, the 188 miles per hour, 2-year-old by Freedom Child. One with first-time Lasix. Last out, here's your stat here for Pecoraro.
Galloped with it last time out with the Lasix. I think they might be lining up and take a shot for 88 MPH. Here we go. Over the past 2 years, though, trainer Anthony Pecoraro, 12 for 29. That's 41%, with runners getting Lasix for the second time, and his 2-year-olds getting Lasix for the second time during that same period. How about 6 for 14 and 9 for 14 in the money?
Yeah, nice
Lasix does his horses a little bit of good, it looks like.
Yep, nice stat. Pecoraro, he knows how to win races. 22% winning outfit here for the whole year. So this Freedom Child's won 2 races already. Freedom Child, your leading freshman sire in the Mid-Atlantic area. It's a Maryland bred, and you're right. They might be lining up at the claim box to take this horse.
You got to be a little bit careful, too. Did look at a stat, reaching in off of Pecoraro.
He's crafty.
You might want to tiptoe a little bit with that move. So, 88 MPH galloped. I mean, I went and watched that race, the rerun of the race at Penn National last time. Got to the outside, stalked, and really kind of kicked away. Didn't switch leads till very late, but was very eager to the wire and was kind of just ridden out. It wasn't a driving win either. So, 88 MPH, kind of an all or nothing, I think. Will get position from the inside. Wonder how should be the speed. Maybe can't take it with you. You saw Hammy Smith's horse get kind of pounded, I thought, yesterday. A little habit of mine. Bet down from that 10-1 morning line and held at 5-1 pretty much throughout the duration of the race. Got the job done. Can't take it with you. Reached in and grabbed off of Pecoraro. Finally got this horse back on track last time. Rides the outside wave. I think will sustain a little bit better this afternoon.
It should get a beautiful trip with Prado aboard. No rider change in the second I didn't see. So Prado's still up here this weekend. He's on the 7. Can't take it with you. All right, so it looks like we like the same 4 horses here in the second with the 188 MPH, our top pick. Let's take a look here at the third race. Maiden claiming $16,000 for 2-year-old fillies, 5.5 furlongs on the main track. We have a video spotlight for you. The 6 count on Chloe. I used this filly in the exacta for trainer Carlos Mancilla. Here's her race November 11th here at Laurel Park.
A little bobble at the break, but she quickly recovered in a big field a field of 12 and was able to kind of duel early outside of a rival. Goes clear under pressure, kind of ends up down towards the inside, the negative part of the racetrack, a little lug-in. Maybe they'll keep this filly outside, maybe the 3 or 4 path this afternoon, but really kind of digs in pretty well past the 8th pole. I know gets collar, ends up running third, but only beaten, a total margin of a head, just a little bit grudgingly late by Marvelous Martha, who's riding the better part of the racetrack. I believe that was a McMahon horse, maybe. They got the job done. A big improvement at 22-1. Won't get near that price this afternoon, but these other fillies in here, they have to drastically improve. She may bounce and come back off of that a little bit, but even that, she still looks like the one to beat.
I use her in the exacta here. The 6, Count on Chloe, should get a beautiful trip from the outside. I'm going with the 3. Hey, Greg, just check me real quick. I didn't have any rider changes earlier. I just want to make sure Prado is here for the day. Okay, Edgar Prado named to ride. He's here. Okay, so Edgar Prado's on this first-time starter for John Salzman Jr. Thank you, guys. So I'll go with the Hall of Famer here on the 3, Mo Money Monica, first-time starter, 2-year-old filly by Bluegrass Cat out of a Regal Classic mare. Some decent works here at Laurel Park. Lasix end debut. We know how good trainer John Salzman Jr. is with his 2-year-old. So I'll go with the little price shot here in the 3rd, Mo Money Monica.
Yeah, and that's the key. I mean, that's where I'm kind of a little bit battling with myself. Am I going to take a short price on a trainer that's 1 for 33?
Right.
Most of the time, obviously not. But just like the way she did it against the grain of the racetrack, it came back with a good work, and this horse may find a home. Maybe Local Thriller will improve a little bit. Miss Craigie out of that big field, I think, closed up a little bit of ground. Maybe a price user for Susan Cooney, who had her horse, I think, plotting 4th, another price horse we liked yesterday. Fiery Child, I think this is the right move. 27% is Jamie Ness with his droppers over his career. I like this draw to the outside with some speed. Fiery Child should hang around.
Big drop, and it looks like a nice positive rider change here. Not knocking the other rider, but we're going to the leading rider, Toledo, aboard here. This 2-year-old filly by Frisian Fire should get a nice trip on the outside. The 8, Fiery Child, who we both like. I'll throw the 4 into the mix here. Thalia's Song for trainer Dale Capuano. Second off the claim here for this Johar filly. Takes a little bit of a drop here. Cheap as she's run with the, now we get second-time blinkers, second-time Lasix with the Bug Boy on the drop. I'll take a shot with the 4, Thalia's Song in the mix here.
Expected a lot more of her last time out. She didn't really kick it on road, the best part of the racetrack. Maybe Johar, maybe this horse wants synthetic or turf. You want taking a look at the breeding. And just a little note on the 3. The only thing I got on her, it's an unraced mare. Lone Sibling was 3 for 16 going long. That's for the 3, Mo Money Monica. But as you say, suspect field, the Salzman could strike. We've seen it before with these bargain basement purchases that they make.
Absolutely. All right, let's get a quick commercial break. We have a real nice carryover in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, a little shy of 10,000. That starts in race 4. I have a ticket. We'll take a look right after this.
In the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, either way, you win. Have a stake in the race with ExpressBet.
All right, welcome back. Today, the race is presented by Fidelity First. Here we go with the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 4 today on our 9-race program. There's the carryover, $9,864. That's going to be well played today. If you're live and you're single going into the last race, you'll be looking at about a nice $15,000 score. So jump on into the Pick 6. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. A $51.20 ticket. I wanted to spend more. I think you need to spend a little bit more, but I wanted to keep my ticket to under $60. I couldn't find a single. I don't like playing tickets like this, but I couldn't find a single in this Pick 6 sequence, so I'm going 2 deep in 4 races, 4 deep in the other 2 races. Race 1, I like the 1, Bo Vuk, a lot at 9-2. Okay. Taylor Hole aboard, but I'll use the 5, Gold Braid, who's going to be the favorite in there for Hugh McMahon. And then race 5, that's a maiden 16 going 2 turns for 2-year-old fillies. The 7's going to be a heavy favorite in there of Villies. I'll take a shot, though, with the Bruno Tessori, first-time starter, the 4, Baccarat Honor. And then race 6, I'm going 4 deep. That's a 16,002 life, going 4 deep in there. Race 7's a maiden 16 for 2-year-old fillies, going 4 deep in that race. Race 8, a nice allowance feature, filly and mares, 3/4 on the main track. The 8, She Rolls, going to get a beautiful trip on the outside, but the 6, Tiger Eyes, looking for her 6th consecutive win. She's won 2 in a row here at Laurel Park. It's Jevion Toledo. I think you have to use the 6, Tiger Eyes, as well. And then race 9, the 2 favorites in race 9 are going to be the 8, Wise Mac, and the 6, Never Stop Looking, who's taking a big drop for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. So I'm using the 6 and the 8. I also like the 3, Parsegian, kind of my blow-up horse for the pick 6 at 12-1. Nice rider change to Elvis Trujillo for Marco Salazar with the 3, Parsegian, in race 9. So let's take a look here at the 4th race. We also kick off the middle pick 4 here. Keith, you like the middle pick 4. Let's take a look at your ticket.
I hope 6s are wild today. I got a lot of 6s on top. I went back and looked. Maybe that'll be the lucky number. Yeah, get you started. 2 deep in the 4th race. The 3 and the 5 clearly look like the road's going to go through them. I think Gold Braid will be a slight favorite over Rare Candy, the 5-time winner. 4 deep in race number 5 with the 1, the 4, the 6, and the 7. As Stan talked about, Bruno Tessori with a firster. Could be very live into a suspect field. Looking at race 6, 3 deep with the 6, 8, and 9. Stan, I think Let Me Slide by You for Bobby Plummer might blow it up today.
All right, your blow-up horse.
That's my shocker of this afternoon. And the 7th, the 5 and the 6. Grecian Dancer, I think, getting off of that rail and a little bit of drop in class will be tough, along with late action for Trumbetta. $24 ticket.
All right, starts in race 4 here. Says this is a very competitive 25,000 starter allowance race, going a mile in a 16th on the main track. The 5, Gold Braid's going to be awfully tough, but I like the 9-2 I'm getting here on the 1, Bo Vuk for trainer Robert Vukalik. Who'd they name this horse after? Hey, Vuk.
You get
Bo
one
Vuk.
guess.
Taylor Hole will ride. Taylor Hole's he's ridden this horse before. This horse is a big time closer. Now they're stretching him out 2 turns. I'm hoping he's not just a closing sprinter. I'm hoping he can appreciate the added distance he gets today. This will be his 3rd race back after having almost a 2-month freshening there in the fall. He's 5 for 6 in the money here at Laurel with a couple wins. Taylor Hole should get a nice ground-saving trip on the inside. He hopefully doesn't have to fall too far back on this horse, but he'll be making a late run. The 1, Bo Vuk, my price play of the day at 9-2.
Yeah, the biggest key with him, you're right. Is he a one-run sprinter?
Right.
We don't know, and he's going to need a help. I mean, he's going to want a target. Nate's Tizzy may be the key to the race, the 4-horse for James Lawrence. 3rd off of a layoff, has some pretty good speed, and maybe Southern Barbecue can kind of go out and set the pace. But Southern Barbecue is a horse I don't think doesn't necessarily need a lead. I think Nate's Tizzy might go ahead and clear. It's a little sad. I know I don't use the 4, but maybe underneath. Last 90 days, ROI for Chucky Lawrence's horse, $4.39. 3rd off of a layoff through his career. Another good positive ROI of $2.73. Nate Tizzy on the engine, a horse that showed a lot of promise, but, obviously has some issues. I think Gold Braid or Rare Candy. It's one of these 2 in race number 4. Rare Candy proven at the 2 turns a winner. Last time out, that was just too tough of a field.
Sure,
yeah. Tried to jump into that 2 other than company. The 2-back Try Good, Kinkoa came back to win. But Gold Braid, he's a 5-time winner. He can handle the 2 turns as well. Came out a real salty race at Penn National. That 2 other than optional. The winner, Monongahela. I think we're going to see that horse on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Ran an 88 fig in that race. I think this horse gets the jump. It's a little bit quicker than Rare Candy. Goes ahead, maybe gets the lead around the final turn, and we'll have to hold off the 3 through the stretch.
Yeah, there's multiple conditions in this race, and one of the conditions, straight 3-year-olds claiming 25,000. That's what Gold Braid is in for. He's won 5 races. He is taking a drop from that last 2 other than. Gets back to a level that he's won before here at Laurel Park back in early October. I like him. I use him in exactly the 3. Rare Candy also, I think, is going to appreciate a drop in class today for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Jomar Torres won on this horse last out 2 starts ago against Allowance Company. He'll get a nice ground-saving trip on the inside here. Yeah, so the 5 and the 3 main horses to beat. Just taking a shot with Bo Vuk. The 6 I throw in there, My Train. My Train was schooling in the paddock here yesterday, and, man, what a good good-looking 3-year-old he is, by Silver Train. He won his first 2 races for Dale Capuano, one on the synthetic, then one here at Laurel Park. I think his last race, maybe he was decent fourth in that race. He stumbled at the start, came with a 5-wide move. He ran a decent 67 buyer in that race. So now going a little bit longer today with Steve Hamilton aboard, who won on this horse 2 starts ago. What a good-looking 3-year-old, and you see he's in protected here, not in for the claiming price. So I think the barn's high on the 6 Train.
Bringing it back kind of quick, give him another shot. Stumbled about a stride or 2 out of the gate, but he was under a good rating hold in the best part of the racetrack that day and just didn't kind of go on. And you see he was still 4 lengths behind Catane, a horse that Gold Braid buried a couple races back. My Train, I can see the protect move, though. Lightly raced, he's got talent. He's ran for the 75. They want to hold on to him for a little while, no doubt.
All right, so nice starter allowance going 2 turns here to kick off the pick 6 and the middle pick 4. Let's take a look here at the 5th race as we kick off our late pick 5. No carryover, but as always, more money back to you. It paid well yesterday. What did it pay yesterday?
Oh, it was strong.
It was paid strong. At least $3,000. I think it paid more than that. It paid nice in the thousands yesterday.
Yep.
Industry low, 12% takeout on both pick 5s. Late pick 5 starts here in race 5, going a mile in a 16th maiden, claiming $16,000 for 2-year-old fillies. The 7 of Villi is going to be the heavy favorite in here for the red-hot Gary Capuano. Jomar Torres rides this 2-year-old daughter of Alternation. She hasn't done much yet, but she's been running against much better maiden 40,000 company. She has a good foundation under her belt. She's run a couple races going long, so this will be her 3rd race going long, taking a big drop here, I think, to the maiden 16. I'll use the 7 on top here at a short price.
See who's strolling it in with a big bag of money? You see him? Uh-oh, watch out. His initials are JS. That's all we're going to say. We're not going to rat him out, but I think the handle's going up, up, and up today at Laurel Park.
He's
he's
got
locked
some
and loaded.
nice races here today, and also we'll have a big crown with the Clayman Crown and Aqueduct as well.
He's geared up, no doubt. VLAs, I might have this filly lined a little bit too low at the 7 to 5, but I'm really kind of looking. Gary Cap, kind of the proven guy in here with the horse that's kind of got the best form recently. Only a couple starts. Estrella Grande, though, I'm going to try to upset her with the 6. Estrella Grande for Cesar Nambo. I don't know what happened last time. Up at close to a softer pace and just fizzled. But either one of the 2-back or 3-back race is good enough. You look at her, she beat She's Got Pride, who went ahead and beat Aviles last time out. One of these 2 in the 5th. Maybe the one, My Silver Bell, by exchange rate, is the inside speed, and Lone Sib's only win was going long on the dirt.
All right, it's not yet. I think you said it earlier when you were talking about your middle pick 4 ticket, a suspect group here.
It is
in the 5th race. That's why I throw the 4 in the exacta here. First-time starter by To Honor and Serve for trainer Bruno Tessori, who recently with his first-time starters 3 for 10 with a real nice positive ROI over $6. So that kind of jumps off the page at you. You get the good ride and 7-pound apprentice Franklin Sobalos aboard this filly. This trainer's works don't tell you much about what's going on. So you just kind of have to ignore the works. The Barnes won with a couple first-out winners, and that is a nice half-mile work from the gate recently here for the 4 Baccarat Honor, who does catch a suspect group, gets Lasix in debut here.
Digging a little deeper, the 2nd dam. You were talking about a Salzman runner the other day, B Sharp Sonata, right?
Yes.
Yesterday. The 2nd dam was TK. You remember her? Maybe a little bit. I'll refresh your memory. A Salzman runner as well. Won the Lady Baltimore Stakes.
Okay.
Was a multiple winner going along on the
Sure.
turf. So, pedigree suggests this horse should be able to handle a route of ground.
All right, so we both like the 4 Baccarat Honor a little bit there in the 5th race. Let's take a look here at race 6 to kick off the late pick 4 here in the 6th race. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 16,000 filly mares. Never won 2 lifetime. We have a video spotlight here of the 6. This is your long shot of the day, right? The 6, Let Me Slide By You for trainer Bobby Plummer.
Yeah, we're going to pick this up. This was August the 4th. At Laurel, and this horse didn't get like an extreme duel up front. I know the speed kind of converged coming to the quarter pole, but I like the way Let Me Slide By You really kind of sustained a run and picked things up midway on the turn. A little bit green through the stretch, was like 5 wide, starts to drift in a little bit for your man, Jose Barnes, right? And kind of just splits horses late, though. And this horse really kind of kicks it into your gear. A good final furlong, widening by 4 at the wire, and didn't run too bad at Timonium after that behind Keep Your Distance, a speedy runner for Kieran McGee. Let Me Slide By You, kind of hampered last time out, didn't have the speed come back. A little drop in class. It's Christmas time. It's Bobby Plummer at a price.
There you go. Shamrock Farm. Luck of the Irish for you here for this 3-year-old filly by Rock Slide. All right, I'm not going to talk you off for Ricardo Chappie. Will ride. I go with the 9 on top here. Miss Injustice, going to be one of your favorites here for your leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Shomor Torres rides this 4-year-old filly by Court Vision. Good second at this level. Last out, going a mile. Now, I like to cut back in distance here to 6 furlongs. Route to sprint, Claudio, 15% from a large sampling. I like the comment line, game effort last out for this filly, the 9 Miss Injustice. So cutting back in distance today, she'll be dead fit. If there's a dogfight going to the wire, she'll get a nice trouble-free trip on the outside. Yeah. The 9 Miss Injustice, my top pick here in the 5th.
The key to this race for my horse, Let Me Slide By You, and your horse, the 9 Miss Injustice, is there going to be some kind of pace duel develop? Active Kindness is pretty quick, but County Club showed a lot of speed last time on that muddy sealed surface and held quite well at the 5.5 furlong distance behind that really rock solid Perkins runner that came in. Bell's Irish Fancy that absolutely galloped that day. I probably got County Club line too high here. She's going to be, I think she could go off the favorite. Miss Injustice will kind of circle from the outside. But let's go for a little higher price. Let's hope a duel develops and Let Me Slide By You can kind of roll by late.
All right, get a nice price there. Yeah, the 8 County Club going to be one of the horses to beat with Toledo aboard. I use that runner in the exact. We both like the 1 a little bit as well. Durango Girl be a nice price. 8-1 here for trainer Linda Albert. Gets Weston Hamilton, 10-pound apprentice rider here. The son of Steve Hamilton. He's been working hard here in the mornings, riding some amateur races. And this filly, very consistent. She won her debut this past summer at 45-1. She's been right there knocking on the door against 10,000 Two Life Company her last couple races. Nice confidence move, step up here for trainer Linda Albert. I think the 1 Durango Girl getting 10 pounds from the 9 and the 8. So the weight advantage for the 1 Durango Girl could show up here.
Yeah, and you'll like to see Weston. He was working down at Ellery.
Yeah,
got started down there and rode down in the trials last year and has come up and ridden a little bit. But hopefully everything goes well for him. And this is the right kind of horse to kind of get you started. Durango Girl doesn't have a lot of speed. The direct speed directly to the outside is good. Kind of just settle, go ahead, relax, and make one run. And this is the way Durango Girl likes to run. I think she's going to get a good trip today and come running for a piece.
All right, let's take a look here at the 7th race. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 2-year-old fillies going 5.5 furlongs. We have a video spotlight of the 6 late action. My top pick, this 2-year-old filly by Morning Line, taking a big drop today for trainer Mike Trombetta. Here's her debut back on November 5th.
Yeah, the Morning Line guy's got to pick a horse by Morning Line, doesn't he?
Right.
Yeah, look, bumped and steadied at the break. You see in the green and yellow silks on that kind of sloppy sealed surface on November the 5th. And just pick this up, and we're going to run this probably from about the 5/8 pole to the 3/8 pole. And you're going to see this in the back of the pack kind of next to last, dueling for last right there into the turn. But late action shows a little bit of a burst of speed, and you don't really pick this up in the running line, and that's the key to watching races. Sometimes you're fooled. Just kind of in between calls, horses will make a nice little move. This filly does. She makes a little move inside of horses here, past the 3/8 to the 5/16, and just kind of faded away from there. Didn't lose a lot of ground from the head of the stretch. Good break today. I like late action on the drop for Trombetta. I think can kind of go towards the front or maybe sit just off of it.
Yeah, it gets the big drop, a fast track, better outside post. The leading rider, Javion Toledo, lots to like here on the 6 late action.
Kind of like a little tell maybe with Toledo. Doesn't ride him a lot.
Right, yeah.
Just like the J.D. Acosta with Motion yesterday.
Right.
But at a good percentage and a good ROI. So I like late action in here in race number 7.
We're both on the Trombetta filly, and I'll use the 3 Red Hot Poker and my exacta here for trainer Kieran McGee. Second off the claim for this 2-year-old filly by Street Hero, and a decent improvement. First off the claim, they waited the 30 days, ran back for maiden 25, a little tougher condition than today. today's race, and was first-time blinkers last out. A good third behind Shekor, who had a late rally in between horses to win that day. So now Red Hot Poker, second time Lasix today, takes a little drop, gets Elvis Trujillo. Could be right there, I think, for Kieran McGee.
Shekor, the real higher-priced Kieran that day.
That's right.
They got it done.
Right.
Red Hot Poker looked gone at the 8th pole and got the staggers late. Maybe the 5.5 helps, but she's going to have to deal with some other speed just to her outside. Maisui Dior for Kenny Decker, I think, will show some speed. Grecian Dancer will get a little bit better value last time out. I was surprised this horse got hammered down so hard. Was down on the worst part of the racetrack on the 15th, jumping up in class after the good debut. Back to the 16. I think this is the right move for this horse. Will settle and make a run.
Yeah, Marathon Farms, they've been on a roll recently. The owner-breeder here of the 5, Grecian Dancer. We both like the 7 a little bit as well. Given a chance for the Red Hot barn at Charlie L. Frock. This barn's having a nice meet.
Yes, they are.
4 winners here at the meet from 17 starters. 24% win clip here for the Frock barn. This filly a decent second. Big drop last out. Big drop to this level last out and a very good second. So now she's in good form. She gets a good outside post here with Angel Cruz aboard.
Decent family, and he got her for cheap. But a big wake-up last time out. Off of the dead rail, 2 races back, and was outside and made a nice little move before. Maybe just a little bit of a flat and late, but, yeah, Santa Frock.
Santa Frock.
He'll be around.
Santa, he'll be here. All right, let's take a look at the feature here. Race 8, nice first-level allowance contest. 4 filly and mares going 6 furlongs on the main track to kick off the late daily double here in the 8th race. Let's take a look at She Rolls here in the Maryland Million Distaff back on October 21st. My top pick. Here's the race here in the Maryland Million.
60-1. Nearly just pulled off a real shocker for John Hartzell. And what's going on? All of a sudden, the last 2 races, a big improvement in the figs for She Rolls. She's been game. 2 races back, kind of just dictated. Now reunited with Prado. This is a really strong effort. Crab Cakes kind of go up. And Crab Cakes, it took a little bit of work. She Rolls did not want to give up through the final 1/8 of a mile. My Magicians kind of rallies on late to get the place. But shortening up here today, back to 6 furlongs, the main speed to the outside. She Rolls, if she holds form, she could be gone.
Yeah, I think she's going to get a beautiful trip on the outside with the Hall of Famer Edgar Prado, who's about 16 wins shy of 7,000 career wins. And 20 years ago, Dave Johnson told me this, 20 years ago today, 1997, I think Prado might have still been riding here in Maryland, but he won his 500th race in the year. So 20 years ago to today, he won his 500th race of the year. So and he's still winning. He's almost 7,000 wins now for Prado. So this filly will get the best trip, I think, on the outside. At least Prado will have the most options available. But the 6 Tiger Eyes looking for her 6th consecutive win. 3-year-old filly by Escondrea. She's on a roll. She's won her last 2 here at Laurel Park since she was claimed by Anthony Ferrier down there at Keeneland. Those were some tough starter allowance races as well. So she's a perfect 2 for 2 now, stepping up here to this allowance race, and not too much of a step up, really. I was an open 20 at Keeneland. Those starter allowance races around here very, very tough. So not much of a not much of a big step up for the 6 Tiger Eyes, but she catches the monster, I think, in the 8 She Rolls.
This could be a really good horse race from the quarter pole home.
Yeah.
If these 2, fillies kind of hold their form, very similar styles. They want to kind of be right on it, just off the lead. Tiger Eyes, I think, will kind of rate back off as She Rolls. I don't know if she wants to take it right to her, maybe angle outside and make a move to her. They can emerge in their own little match race through the final quarter of a mile. Claire's Dowry might be your price upsetter, a big race last year this time when drawing off in the state-bred allowance condition. I think she'll improve second off of a little break. And Mischief Moss is always steady. Charity Stripe, kind of your question mark horse. Reached in Super C, got this horse down at Keeneland off of a win. Figures not too far off the favorites. Slight improve puts her into the mix, but they're going to have to improve to beat the 6 or the 8 in here.
It's a tough race. Neither one of us picked the 2. Anna's banded at all. This is a nice 3-year-old filly by Great Notion. She's never been off the board in 6 career starts. This will be her 4th race back this year. You see the comment line there for her last race, game inside winner. Adios Annie, the sharp winner last out. So Anna's Bandit in good form. She'll get a nice forwardly placed trip on the inside here with the X-Man. But I guess we both just pick against her because it's just that tough. This is a very tough first level allowance contest.
It's as good as it's going to get right here.
Yeah.
I think for this first level allowance, sharp field assembled by the racing office.
All right, so nice feature there to kick off the late double. Here we go with the 9th and final race. 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months or never won 4 lifetime. The 8, Wise Mac, my top pick here. Good second at this level. Last out, first off the claim for trainer Jamie Ness. 7-year-old has made over $250,000. Second behind Humboldt Street. Last out, Humboldt Street would come right back to win. You get Jevion Toledo today, who's going to get a beautiful stalking trip here on the 8, Wise Mac.
Yeah, Claim kind of waited, Claim kind of key towards this condition. Jamie Ness went in for Wise Mac 2 races back at Delaware. Good effort. Humboldt Street beat Duke and Whitdale. You're right. Who kind of was well clear of a couple other runners in this race. So Wise Mac or Never Stop Looking. I'm going to take the 6 ride, Claudio, here. Never Stop Looking. I was expecting a good effort at 5-1, almost 6-1 last time out. Unfortunately, was a little unprepared at the break and had to be used into a quicker pace and just kind of faded. This is the softest spot this horse has had in a long time. If he doesn't do it today, I don't know when he's going to do it. And he likes to be outside of horses. I think he'll get the right kind of trip, given a good break.
You wonder if they'll be lining up at the claim box for this 8-year-old. Made over $430,000, and you don't see 5,000 on his PPs any time recently. No. So be interesting to see if they line up and claim the old hard knocker here from Claudio in the 9th. So I used the 6, Never Stop Looking. In the exact. A nice beaten nickel here to wrap up today. We had a strong handle yesterday. Looking forward to a strong handle today. Nice carryover in that Rainbow Pick 6. Almost 10,000 for you waiting there in race 4 when we kick off the Pick 6. Good luck. I'll be on with Tim Tulloch this afternoon. Good luck to you. Dave Rodman coming up with all today's scratches and changes.
Good luck.